What's up, guys? So, Eric's been keeping in touch with me over Messenger fairly regularly. I miss you all. I just had a catch up with Dwight actually. Recently, finally, for about an hour the other day. But Eric was asking me how things are going with I realize I've kind of dropped off the radar, and I was telling him I've just been really investing the bulk of my time these days into my Warrior stuff. I'm actually really upping my commitment with them because I've managed to get into a small group where we're rewriting the Warrior Box series, 6 books, backed up with like our own witness, our experience, and connecting it with kind of spiritual lessons, Bible study, things like that. Gonna be coming out with a new product, I think early January, hopefully next year, Garrett says. So I'm on a team that's kind of co-writers with Garrett and Sam Falsafi, called the Kingdom Warrior Project. But Eric was asking me about just how things have been going since I've been hardcore back in Warrior and kind of recommitted to go all in with them. Was meaning to shoot you a video, buddy. Sorry it's taken me a little while. Just had our hands full lately. It's actually, we're staying out here on the beach this week for Jam's birthday. So yeah, last week was real busy, kind of coordinating a big party. Eric, you know how Filipinas are. They love to have big fancy parties. But yeah, that's what we did this weekend, and now we're working to plan Sophia's dedication ceremony next weekend out here on the beach too. We were meeting yesterday for 3-4 hours with the pastor. I was just getting to know her. I hadn't met her before, but pretty amazing woman. Yeah, but Eric said, how's it been going with the Warrior stuff? And like, have you seen any big improvements in your life, and how so? And I was like, hell yeah, man. I first got the original Warrior book in late 2017 as a wedding gift, actually, from my friend Ian Borders. And I did a 30-day challenge with them in June 2018, which changed my life in a big way. But, so I kind of had access to some of the basics of the old school, just whatever, writing out the hard copy of the stack, which I'd reviewed with you guys late last year. The stack process, that journaling, kind of processing through fears or negative emotions, limiting beliefs, anger and rage and irritation and all those things. These days, the app gives you great tools for not only negative emotions, but also to kind of record and distill the lesson out of, events that make you happy, things you're grateful for. There's a lot of tools for kind of capturing notes on whatever business resources you're studying, whatever you're learning. The Discover Stack, the War Stack, all these tools to kind of put together war plans for, ideation and putting together plans to execute on your business plans. So the stack is real. I'd had access to the original format since 2017, which I'd done about 20 times on, big trigger issues and deep-seated challenging things in my life that I needed to rewrite my story. But since getting full access to the whole app suite in January this year, so like a little over 6 months, I think now, I mean, it has been transformative. Just I knew all this stuff already. Obviously, I've been studying the hero's journey, as you guys well know, which is really about your personal narratives and kind of reframing your story about who you are, and framing, what the adventure of your life is. But I gotta say, man, I mean, all the psychology I've studied and the mythology and all the spiritual practices I've done, many different things from different schools of thought over the years. I mean, the warrior tools are the damn best thing I have ever found, which is why I wanted to share the experience with you guys. And as I've told you this last 6 months, I finally made the decision, I think back in February, just to shut down what I've been doing and really become a part of Warrior. So I'm on this path with Kingdom Warrior, the Kingdom Warrior project, and we'll be, like I say, hopefully I'll have my name in the new series of books coming out next January. And I hope it's a long process as I go through all the curriculum for myself and mine the gold personally, get myself together as best as possible, and then I'll go back. Hello, the kids. Jam and Chris are out there kayaking. Hey. But so I'm going through my own process, and then I hope once I complete my 4 summits, the Warrior's Journey as they call it, which I'm taking my sweet time with, because I'm going really, really deep and trying to process all the old traumas and childhood shit and stuff with my mom. And Dwight was reminded of like January 3rd this year, one of our close friends' daughter, 18-year-old daughter, 18 or 19 at the time, she committed suicide. Obviously we all have lots of shit in our lives, lots of obstacles that present themselves, lots of setbacks, and so I've got plenty of things that I'm still dealing with, and just trying to reframe those events and circumstances in my mind to turn it into power. So as I go through my process, I'm also slowly sharing those lessons mostly with my family, but now contributing to this new book project through Warrior, which is exciting, and I hope to by the end of this year, early next year, be on the path to their certified trainer program. But to answer Eric's question, I mean, it's the whole system is largely built kind of on the same thing as we have with what I call the 4 pillars, right? And Garrett calls it the core 4. He calls it body, being, balance, and business, but it's very in alignment with what I've always kind of framed as mindset and spirituality. And those kind of go hand in hand to me, like the way you think, your belief system, right? So mindset, health, wealth, and relationships, same thing. But I was telling Dwight the other night that the biggest thing I have got out of these last 6 months is honestly, I've always been, since I had Chris, I've been preoccupied with the dad role, dad life, first and foremost. But I have to say, even as recent as, November was really tough, and January and February was kind of rocky still, and in marriage. But using particularly the stack, all the journaling processes, and just learning to get my own being, kind of the power from my personal spiritual beliefs, my purpose, and harnessing the emotions into something positive, into power to produce in business and in all areas of life. But the biggest thing it's given me is just a true, I feel like for the first time I'm in a sincere partnership with my wife, with my queen, you know. So more than anything, I mean, that's been my main focus, is really to bring order in what Garrett calls balance, or, you know, family, your partner and posterity, your marriage and your kids. And the same can be applied for anyone who doesn't have those, you know, to your significant other or business partners or whatever, close friends and family, loved ones, people you care about. But for me, obviously, that's my big pillar, where I just really wanted to dedicate the first, you know, quarter or two of this year, especially through Warrior, to establishing a solid foundation for my family, you know, with a new baby, and thinking about whether to invest here. We've been looking at buying a house in Bohol. Still kind of on the fence with the whole lockdown situation, sadly, but you know, getting pretty serious about setting up a home base here for the long term, getting a place of our own, and including my family-in-law in that, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, kind of to an extent. I mean, my mother-in-law lives with us, and she's very helpful. So, but you know, it has its not a lot of people are excited to live with their mother-in-law. It's challenging, but yeah, just doing all this work with Warrior, especially with Jam, especially with my wife, it has brought so much stability, and it's helped me to just create the frames, I guess, you know, to really be the king of my domain, the leader of my household, and in a way that works particularly for Jam as well. You know, I know she actually, one of these days maybe I'll share, I don't think I ever shared with you guys, but she made, after the first couple of months, you know, I guess it was 2 months in, when my birthday rolled around in mid-March, she gave me a cake with Warrior shield on it, which was pretty funny. And I just, you know, she was very excited when I started getting the results from this program, very supportive. But yeah, I've been, you know, going through this Kingdom Warrior program and contributing to the new series of books that'll be coming out next year. You know, I've gone back through all my learnings, my experience with the Warrior Wake Up Warrior Challenge, which is what I'd shared with you guys. It's like a 42-day, you know, you can take your time up to 60 days, but it's kind of designed to be 42 days, I think. So looking back through the Warrior Challenge and just everything I've learned, you know, in kind of the boot camp, basic training and early stages, and distilling the insights, the revelations that I took away, and just looking at my writing. I mean, I've probably written thousands of pages these last 6 months. I was telling Dwight, it's also helped me like create content, you know, for myself and obviously for this book writing project. But yeah, there's a huge noticeable difference kind of in my tone, in my certainty. I mean, it was huge uncertainty back then about whether I wanted to stay together. You know, I was still questioning whether this is the right relationship for me ultimately, you know, whether I wasn't investing in the wrong thing. And today I can really say that when I look at my marriage, we have our hiccups, we have our ups and downs, of course, but you know, I really truly feel like I've established a lot of certainty and stability with Jam, and it's having that kind of trickle down effect with everyone else in the family. And you know, so then we're able to, when the king and the queen are doing well, connected, on the same page, communicating better, etc., then it's a lot easier to handle all the other day-to-day tasks and to, like, you know, master communication with my son, with my mother-in-law, and yeah, just create order in the family, kind of get slowly getting everyone on the same page and figuring out a shared common vision for the future we all want together. So that's been the biggest like transformation, really. Just it's really been cool kind of going back to the beginning and looking back at my progress these last 5 or 6 months and just see how far we've come in really a short time. It's amazing. I've been fighting and trying for these last 7 years prior, but I'm finally getting real breakthrough, and she's seeing a big difference in me. You know, I still have limitless potential, you know, like plenty of room to improve forever and ever, but for the first time I just really feel like it's clicked and things are working. And you know, we're building our visa business together, which has become my main focus, really. That's our main income. We got a growing team. We got 4 people now, probably soon to be 5, I hope, helping us out with that. And you know, we've become just like a power couple, truth be told. Like, really, it's amazing how suddenly I think we find ourselves in a position where thank God, we're blessed to be doing really well through COVID and with the lockdown, and able to create a lot of opportunities for people around us here, you know, particularly here on the island. And you know, yeah, having big parties like we did for Jam's birthday this weekend, and just finally able to like build, you know, once we kind of got on the same page together, it's like everything else is coming together too, you know, building a more just more of a social network, you know, closer ties with other people. The caliber of our friends is skyrocketing, you know, finally kind of connecting with other kings out here. Some pretty just the kind of men I want to be like, you know, thank goodness. The kind of guys that are also family guys, married men, guys that own resorts and things. So it all, for me, it all kind of started with family and with marriage, and the tools have just truly helped me get my shit together at hyper speed for the first time after feeling like I was struggling for years. And yeah, I'm really thankful that a lot of financial abundance has come to us, especially through the visa business this year. And while I'm not 100% sure, you know, what to do for the ultimate long term, hello, whether to stay here or go somewhere else, but we love it here. I just, you know, with all the uncertainty in the world, of course, it's hard to really put all our eggs in one basket, you know, do we really want to be here in 5 or 10 years? I mean, that's obviously the direction we're leaning, and I want to be here with Jam's family so we can all be a team together. But it's a lot of responsibility to carry, and I've always struggled with it. But Warrior's really given me the tools to be a better man, a better husband, and a better father. And I'm just making small improvements day by day, and yeah, like I say, working through my inner shit, my narratives, emotions, and triggers, and all that stuff. But feeling better than ever these days, and yeah, just lucky to be able to experience nice family trips like this, and still carve out our own little corner of heaven amidst all the hell in the world these days. So yeah, sorry I went on a little bit there, but wanted to share. I figured I'll probably send this to all of you guys. yeah, Eric's really been asking, he was also concerned about the amount of time commitment. So another thing, truth be told, I probably invest, I don't know, I guess it depends, what I'm working on, because like with the Warrior book series, it's a bit more now. But typically I would say I put in 3 to 4 hours a day. The core 4 is based essentially on the 4 pillars, right? But it gives you a framework to design your own, really a morning routine to get you in power and to kind of make small investments across each of the 4 pillar areas every single day. And all the other tools like the impossible game framework, the fact maps is designed so that it's very similar to what we did with quarterly challenges, but designed to kind of really make, big long-term goals a year to 18 months down the road and attach your daily action to those. And so anyhow, it gives you a framework to power up every morning, gives you the tools to deal with, your fears, your doubts, your anger and triggers that kind of fuck you up if you're anything like me. Those are the 2 biggest tools, but there's just so much to it. But so, between my routines and my journaling and just going through curriculum, slowly but surely is kind of how I've been doing it. It's not a race, but I spend 3 to 4 hours a day. But I know that sounds like a lot, but honestly, I have just let it replace my consumption of other things. I've never, for a long time, I haven't been one for, I don't watch many movies or Netflix or stuff like that. But especially amidst COVID, I've really committed to backing the hell off from social media. I still pop into Facebook just to check on people I care about a bit, but I've really cut back. No more doom scrolling, as Dwight was saying the other night, and I just replaced it. Like, I just go in the Warrior Network, and I was telling Dwight, like, the Warrior Network really, truly, sincerely is what I had hoped to create with the Hero Foundry all the way back in 2015 when I kind of had the inspiration at first, 2014, which is why when I was telling my buddy Ian back in Chiang Mai years ago kind of about my big vision for what I wanted it to become one day, he's like, you should take a look at this thing Warrior from this guy Garrett. I think it sounds like similar to what you want to build. And it was true back then. I at the time didn't want to get too involved, frankly, because I didn't want like that conflict of interest. I avoided it for quite a while, but it's miraculous, honestly, how over time it's becoming even more in alignment with, it's like Garrett has built everything I ever dreamed of while I was failing and struggling and dragging my feet in different ways. Taking, obviously everything I wanted to build took 100 times longer than I'd anticipated. But meanwhile, this guy was off building my dream business, literally everything I had imagined. It's like God works in mysterious ways, man. So, and I'm proud to say I'm becoming, more and more part of kind of the inner core. It's not like I'm a team member or anything yet, but yeah, should be a co-author on the new book series early next year, which is pretty, it's a big honor. And I've had the opportunity to work with Garrett a few times in small groups for training and etc. But anyhow, I hope the future, like I said, I look to do their certified trainer program and get more involved in the central business eventually. But so any point being, I just spend my time in the Warrior Network. It's very similar to what we have still with Workplace, only with almost 2,000 people in there, and a lot of people, very elite level people. there's a lot of guys at every level, right? But there's some pretty big players in there and some pretty valuable connections I've made. So when I feel like connecting, I just go connect with other men, you know, and we share our struggles and share our wins and share our stories. And going through the program, you really kind of learn to relate at a deep level, and we have a shared kind of language. So it's 1,000 times better than doom scrolling Facebook and Instagram. So it gives me something to put that energy, that time into. So, you know, 3-4 hours, but what are you spending that time on anyways? You know, what's up, fam? How was the kayaking?
So fun. Fantastic. Fun. How's your baby kayaking then? Baby kayak.
Love you, buddy.
It was fun.
So anyhow, yeah, I guess that's about it. I should get back to them now that they're back. Miss you guys. I hope you all are doing fantastic. And yeah, it was great to catch up with Dwight the other day. He's gonna be a godfather for Sophia. Thank you, buddy. I'm really excited about that. And of course, it's great keeping in touch with you, Eric. But yeah, I hope to connect with the rest of you, Rico, Adam. You know, I was saying to Dwight, maybe we could get us on just a catch-up call sometime soon. So let us know how you're doing, what's new. I hope you're all doing fantastic, and I look forward to talking to you guys sometime soon. All right, take care. Later.